But there's this great scene in that movie in which sort of the teenage fundamentalist Hilary Faye, I think that's her name, right? Is using the Bible and whatever, and she throws it at her friend, and her friend picks up the Bible and comes back and hands it to her and says, "This is not a weapon."
Kind of coming into Elon, I got plugged into InterVarsity, and I found my home at InterVarsity, but then I quickly found out about like this weird tension that exists between InterVarsity and campus outreach, and why one group is better than the other, and what they do that we don't do, and some really petty arguments and differences. And Chelsea and I also talked about how we really felt like there wasn't a space for all the different groups to come together and talk about our differences and maybe our similarities and all that kind of stuff, and celebrate what we do have in common. So we started talking about ways to solve that, and the first way that we kind of talked about was putting on a conference.
So I approached Patrick and I was like, hey, like, you want to try this thing? Should we? Like, do you think it's a good idea? So he went and prayed about it as well, and we were like, yeah, let's try this. It's going to be a lot of work. It's going to be a lot of planning, but this is what we're supposed to do. Like, it just is.
And because I always felt like an outsider, I have a particular heart for the outsider. I'm always drawn to the outsider when I see someone who has been picked on, or an outcast, or someone that feels like they are not loved. When I look at our culture and I look at the modern day lepers of our day, whether it is the gay community or whether it is you name it, my heart breaks. And I want to just throw my arms around people and say, come on in, come on in. And so my journey has been one, principally, of learning and marinating in the open arms of God, to be welcoming. So unity to me is not just a theological concept, it's what I live and breathe every day.
We broke out into discussion groups, which I really feel like made conference what it was, because people began to talk to people they had no idea about. When they came in at the beginning, we gave them a number, so they just didn't know what number they were, and then they broke off into that number. Just to see people open up, talk about their faith, talk about, you know, their questions. Like, there's some people that were like, I'm on the line, like, I don't really know, I'm not sold out yet. That was awesome to see them engaging with other people. This was making a difference. This was making a difference in more than one person's life, and my goal was to make a difference in one. So if we can do more than that, that's even better.
Our last speaker was James Barnett, who started a nonprofit called Clothing Neighbor as Yourself, and he spoke. It was really cool because he was actually there the whole time at the conference, so he was able to really digest what was happening and then reflect on it at the end and kind of tie everything together. And he applied a lot of what he was talking about to going out and living a life that was about unity and about approaching everyone as equals, and different ways to do that. And the way that he did that was through living a homeless life and starting a nonprofit through that.
And just to end with him, and him to really challenge us to find out what God is telling us to do and to love each other, period. Like, he was just like, love each other, love other Christians, love other people, like, just love the world, and realize that that is our call on this earth. Gospel choir praise team, so I was up there, finished the night off, and it was just worship, singing, enjoying each other. And like I said, at the end of it, I remember looking at Patrick and being like, this happened, yo. Like, we did it, and it just felt cool. It just felt really cool.
If you're not loving the person for who they are, then you're not being authentic and you're not really reflecting Christ. So I think that really resonated with a lot of people.
To be able to be like, you know, we're Christians. Like, we believe in Jesus Christ together, and we're human beings. If I can't sit and have a conversation with another human being based on any difference, I really should evaluate myself. And so I wanted to challenge people. I wanted people to feel a little uncomfortable sometimes. I wanted people not to be able to sit with their friends and to push themselves to be something that they aren't every day. And I feel like we accomplished that. And because I love God more than anything, I know that it breaks his heart to see that we as Christians can't sit together, like, can't worship together. And so for me, I felt like it was an assignment to take who I am, which is someone that really likes to bring people together, and to put it in a bigger cause.
It was definitely a passion of mine because I think it's something that a lot of us are blind to, is just kind of the importance of being able to come together as one. I mean, it's in the Bible over and over again that like we should be unified, different parts of the body working together as one. So.
you